Hi Virgo, welcome to part 2 of your reading. If you haven't seen part 1, I will link it in the comments below so that you can watch the first part of your reading. And let's pull some clarifiers, shall we? Alright, Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Just want to give it a couple shuffles. Alright, Virgo. So Virgo, on the 4 of Wands, you got the Wheel of Fortune. That is what I'm talking about. The energy right here together is just, it's good, positive, it's good fortune, it's good luck, it's happy, it's things are going good. You've come out of some kind of slump, and that energy that you just came out of, it's past, and so you've entered into you're entering into a new cycle of your life, or the energy is going to be more positive, and you're kind of done with all that old poverty-stricken energy. You're on to being able to celebrate life. I know you've been working really hard, and it's time to celebrate a little bit of your work. On an obstacle, you got the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a card of institutions. I feel like you're having some kind of problem with understanding, well, this is the way it's always been done, so this is what we have to do. So something like that. That's the phrase I'm getting in my head. And you're like, why? You're questioning, why does it have to be done like that? Why do we do it like that? And you know, that can be a problem because people sometimes don't like to be questioned, right? In your best case scenario, on the Queen of Wands, you've got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a cup of like, it's a message. So best case scenario, message, okay. It's he's like an idealist, he's like charming, he can be romantic. So I think with the Knight of Cups on the Queen of Wands, for you, the best case scenario would be like everything you ever dreamed of, being able to live life in a celebratory manner, just free-spirited, just enjoying life to its fullest with no limits on it, right? What you can use on the Hermit is the Nine of Cups. This is like victory after difficulty. This is like celebration. You've just overcome something. Wishes coming true, satisfaction, contentment, success. So you're definitely, your luck is turning. Things are turning for you. What's just passed on the 8 of Swords is the 7 of Cups. So maybe you were dealing with a lot of things that made you feel trapped and isolated. The 7 of Cups is like, it's a card of like options, too many, like many options, and not all good options, right? Like there's a dragon, and I think there's a snake in one of them. Like, so it's not always good options. And it tells me on the 8 of Swords, it tells me that all these things, that maybe so many things were happening at once and just coming at you at once, that's what made you feel trapped and isolated and stuck in the situation, like bound to the situation, like it was never going to end. What's coming on the Strength card is the 9 of Swords. So in this, so the 9 of Swords is a cup. The 9 of Swords is a card of like depression and despair and fear and anxiety, but it's with the Strength card, so that tells me that you're overcoming this stuff, that you can let go of this stuff, that you're going to have the strength that you need to get through these feelings that this caused. So that all the anxiety, all the sleepless nights, all the worry, all the stress, that's all about to go away, because you're going to be given the strength. You're going to get some kind of news, information, something's going to happen where you're going to have the strength to overcome all of this. You'll be given this crucial piece of information that you need to overcome all this. Or your thin's getting thicker, your skin is getting thicker from dealing with everything you've been dealing with. Your attitude on the Chariot is the King of Wands. Okay, so the King of Wands is, you know, he's daring, he has a vision, he's bold, and he takes control of the situation. And you know you are in control of the situation. That's why the strength is coming. We all can feel overcome with life sometimes. Sometimes you just have those days where you're like, I cannot possibly go on like this one step further. You go to sleep, you wake up the next morning, and somehow you have this renewed faith, and you're like, okay, well, maybe that coffee hits a little different, and you're like, okay, well, maybe I can handle this day. And then before you know it, you're not even in that situation anymore, and you're already like, I can do this, I can conquer this, I've already overcome so much, and I've already done so much. This is nothing, I got this. And that's what I feel about your attitude. What people think on the Empress is the Eight of Pentacles. You're a very hard worker, and you're working really hard to master your craft. So the Eight of Pentacles is like getting education or skill or talent. So look, he's not exactly at the top, but he's working his way to the top, and he's doing it by mastering the skill. Like, he is perfecting his star. He's not like, this one's good, but this one's going to be better, and this one's going to be even better. And before he knows it, because he's put in so much work and so much redundance and so much time, he's going to be the master of his craft and at the top of his game. It's inevitable. On your hopes and fears, oops, you got two cards. We got the Chariot and we got the Six of Swords on the Ace of Pentacles. So that tells me that you hope it's going to be worth it. Everything you're doing is worth it, and you hope the worst is behind you and that the waters are no longer choppy. The Six of Swords, it's like a mom and her son, and this is the guy that rows the boat, and they left everything they had in their old life. They left everything for clearer waters, for bluer skies, for a better life, and they're just hoping that it was all worth it. And then the Chariot, you have the Chariot again, is you're absolutely in control of the situation. And then it's on the Ace of Pentacles. So you're just hoping that for a new opportunity, and you're hoping that this opportunity is going to be better than the last opportunity, because you thought the last opportunity was going to be really good, but maybe it wasn't as good as you thought, or you're just hoping that this opportunity is better than the last opportunity. And you're hopeful that you're going to have more control than you've had in the past, because it seems like you felt more trapped and tied to whatever, because you feel lack of money reasons. And so it's making you feel like you don't own your own life. You're just working so hard for money. Money is what's driving you, your driving force. But you want to be more in control. You want to be able to be like free and able to choose what you want to do, and it not all be all about the money, and just be able to use your time, because time you're learning is very valuable. And on your outcome, you have the Six of Pentacles on the Two of Wands, which means that you are going to get the opportunity that you're looking for. The Six of Pentacles is a card of like energy exchange, right? So it's you're getting back as much as you're giving. It's also a card that says like a karmic balance. So giving to people that can't necessarily give back to you, and giving to them because it's the right thing to do and not because you're expecting anything in return, will inadvertently give you a good karmic return. Does that make sense? So the Six of Pentacles is saying that you just want your energy to be matched. You want to feel like you're being compensated for as much energy as you're putting out there. Which, oh my gosh, who doesn't, right? All right, Virgo. Well, this looks good, and you got this. And I think everybody goes through the roller coaster of life. It's just what it is. And just when you think you've mastered one problem, another one will present itself, because that's the evolution of life. And we're all learning to be better than we were yesterday, and hopefully just keep evolving, right? And with evolution comes turbulence, of course. But you got this. Look how far you've come. You've got this, Virgo. All right, so those are your messages this week, Virgo. Sorry it's a little late. I will work on it next week to be sooner. Until next week, tell your truth, find your voice, and sing your song. God bless.